people may think that dugongs don't really matter in the ocean, but they play a major role in the marine ecosystem. And to know more about it, let's talk with the founder of Tamang Dugong Indonesia, Mikaela Clarissa Yempor-Masi. So, Mikaela, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Hello, good to see you.
Hello, how are you guys?
We're good, Mikaela.
Good.
So, once again, thank you. And can you please tell us more why you established Tamang Dugong? It's not Taman Dugong, but it's Tamang Dugong, right? And why are you so concerned about dugong and our biodiversity?
Exactly. First of all, thank you so much. We already inviting me to share about my movement. And Tamang Dugong, not Taman Dugong. Tamang means friends, and we are all friends of dugongs. And well, I've loved animals since I was a kid. It started when my grandmother taught me to take care of animals. I learned a lot from her about how to take care of them. And as I get older, I realized that I have to do more about it. And why I started to choose dugong? Why not other animals or other species? And because of based on my father's story about an illegal hunting dugong in his hometown in Maluku, and turns out there's no organization that focuses on these specific issues. So I'm really motivated to develop this movement that focuses on the conservation approach, culture, and sustainability unpacked with creative models, and as my background in visual design.
All right, so not many people know what are the roles of dugong actually in the ecosystem, and it's called that dugong is actually the indicator species to know how the marine situation is. So let's see how big is the population of dugong in Indonesia currently? Is it critically endangered?
Yeah, actually dugongs are in the category of vulnerable on the IUCN. IUCN is International Union for Conservation of Nature. And so basically there's no exact number, sadly, of dugong population in Indonesia. It's pretty hard to count the exact number because we live on islands, and dugongs is still not a priority species in Indonesia. And one of the reasons why is there is very little information about dugong distribution due to limited studies or literature in Indonesia.
I see. So we know from you that dugong population is very crucial for biodiversity. So what are the main threats of them?
Yeah, unfortunately, dugong faces several threats, such as destructive fishing, bycatch, irresponsible marine tourism, and a lack of plastic waste management. This make it a priority to raise public awareness at first through Tamang Dugong's conservation youth platform, and we also increase data collection utilizing the citizen science network, such as we retrieve citing data from the people or from the divers that map dugong in the ocean, and we upload it into our website. So we assist the distribution database of dugong population in Indonesia water.
Yeah.
Wow. So, Mikaela, talking about dugong itself. So, some people believe that dugong possess magic tears, if you may call it, which is why most people would hunt for them. So is this true, or this is just a myth, but people, get lost in hunting them because of this?
Yeah, basically, as we know, Indonesia mythology is quite diverse since the Indonesian people are made up of hundreds of different ethnic groups, each of which has its own myths and that describe the history of its people or its group or its community, and are still and the people still accept it by uh, the myth. And one of the famous story is the mermaid, right? And whereas the dugongs are always mistaken for mermaids, is it a mermaid or a beautiful girl
Yes.
with a fish tail or human fish? But actually, dugong is a marine mammal that lives in the coastal area with a big tummy.
Okay, so you heard about.
Sorry.
Sorry, would you like to continue?
No.
Okay.
Just go
So when
ahead.
you heard the news that there is a dugong that was beached in Ambon, Maluku, how do you feel? And what happened? Do you know?
Exactly. It's interesting question, but we as conservationists always, when we heard something about bad news about the striding animals, striding dugong in the coastal, we don't know exactly what's wrong with the dugongs. Yeah,
That's
I
very
see, yes. And
yeah.
yeah, what can the public do to save the dugong population in Indonesia? What can you encourage us to do to save the population?
Yeah. So basically, mainly, we are running the conservation youth platform, as I mentioned it before, which means we share some creative content on our social media, basically on Instagram. And so we have created a very proper documentary film that we saw on the screen. In our documentary film, we want to share how dugongs contribute to the environment and how the people in the coastal areas can also. And also, we developed beach cleaning and collaborated with local communities and universities in Kupang, Nusa Tenggara Timur, and we hope we can run another project to go.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So to help spread the awareness about the importance of dugong for our biodiversity, right? But talking about the role of this animal, what is actually the role in maintaining the balance of biodiversity? Can you explain?
Yeah, yeah. Perhaps many people said we live in the city and we'll never see a dugongs in our whole life. Yeah, that's true. But in fact, dugongs have an important role as a key species that dugong as a pollinator of a seagrass ecosystem. Anyway, if you don't know what is seagrass is different from seaweed.
Yeah.
If you saw a plant similar to grass, yes, it is seagrass, but seaweed we can process as a jelly or any kind of food. And back to the importance of seagrass or the dugong's habitat. Seagrass perform a number of functions such as improving water quality and preventing coastal erosion. And in fact, seagrass is a plant that absorbs 35 times faster than rainforest. It's really amazing.
Wow. Okay. So as much as we love marine activity, we should be aware and mindful that whatever we do, it should not harm the dugong.
That's
so,
right.
If we happen to see them, and surfacing in the ocean, what should we do? Are they friendly to human? Can we pet them or give them something
Like a dolphin.
yeah, or maybe mermaid tails?
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking. What can we do?
Yeah, it's a really good question. Indonesia is a marine tourism hotspot. Yeah. And if we meet dugongs or other marine species, not only dugong in the ocean, firstly, we are not allowed to feed dugongs or other marine species like fishes or anything because they have specific food needs for their sensitive digestion. And secondly, dugongs are known for their friendly. However, we are not allowed to touch them because if we touch them, it can be transfer disease or bacteria between humans
I see.
and dugongs, or dugong will be contaminated with human disease. And thirdly, it's the most important information that we are also not allowed to swim with dugongs to avoid things that can be dangerous, otherwise accompanied by professionals.
It's okay to watch, but it's not okay to
To touch.
Yes.
Don't touch. You can
Yeah.
always see
Yes.
it.
We're keeping a note on that.
Yeah. Well, Mikaela, thank you so much for talking to us in the 3-Hour News Show, and we hope that it gives awareness as well to the general public about how we can save dugong, especially
Yes.
remembering that it's really important.
Important.
Yeah, having the role.
And we should, remember that it is just a myth that the tears of dugong
Tears of
is
dugong.
magical.
Maybe the whole ocean is the tears of dugong. Made of
Exactly. it will just be swept away
Yeah,
by
yeah,
the
yeah,
ocean
yeah.
water,
Must be
right?
a-
So
a
there's
sad
no,
Swimming in
dugong.
magic.
there's no use of,
want a sad dugong.
catching dugong.
Yeah.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Michaela, for
Talking to
for
us.
wanting to be interviewed by us.
Take care.
Take care,
Thank
Michaela.
you so
Bye.
much. Happy World Biodiversity Day, everyone.
You too.
Happy World Biodiversity Day.
And say hi to the dugongs
Yeah.
if you ever see them in the ocean. All right, See the Stories will continue after the break with more stories of animal in the world, so don't go anywhere.